this lot over here behind Black Rock. It was zoned commercial, and the developers chopped up the property and sold bits and pieces off, and they didn't divide the property to make it enticing long term for other retail businesses. So they sold it, to some businesses here that align highway, and those businesses have been doing very well. But now nobody wants to be on the backside of the lot, so now they want to turn it into housing. We don't need more houses. We have 6,300 homes in Johnson Ranch. And I think that's probably close to the amount of homes that are in Florence. Our population in Johnson Ranch is probably equal to or greater than the population in Florence. But I don't really know for sure how much of the population in Florence is people that live there as opposed to people that are confined there. So there's a large prison population. And it just seems to me there's a lot more businesses to satisfy Florence than there is the whole community of Santan Valley. And it got there because they had a city government and they had people that were fighting to attract businesses. But when we stood up to the county board of supervisors to oppose the rezoning of this property on Hunt Highway, the county board of supervisors could not vote against it because there was no ordinance or no law that would give them the authority to say no. If we had a city ordinance that said you cannot add 180 more residential places, a combination of apartments and duplexes or whatever, to certain intersections unless you widen the road. So if they would have come here and said, you have to widen the road, you can't widen the road at Bella Vista on Highway because it's as wide as it gets. So the encouragement would have been for them to build their multi-residential properties on an intersection or an area that could accommodate additional traffic flow without creating another bottleneck. So we objected. We went back and forth with the county for over a year. 2 people voted no, we don't want that rezoned. We want it to remain commercial. And 3 people on the board of supervisors voted yes, we want it to be rezoned. Those 3 people have no ties to Santan Valley. 3 of those people have probably never driven in Santan Valley unless they went to the county office off of Bella Vista. So when you have 3 people that are going to continually vote no against Santan Valley, you essentially have no voice because they're going to outnumber the other 2, and nothing that will benefit your community is going to move forward. So under the county board of supervisor governance model, we lose our voice in our community. And this is one of the best examples I can point out. As I'm sitting here, I see that there's some easement land that's full of weeds. Now, if this was in Johnson Ranch HOA, or if this was a city maintained property, or we had city ordinances, I'm pretty sure these weeds would be knocked down. So again, we live within the confines of the county, and the county's not used to going around checking out the properties in urban areas. It's been published before that Santan Valley will be roughly 320,000 people once it's built out. We're 1/3 of the way there. We don't have enough businesses to sustain us now. Queen Creek doesn't have enough businesses to sustain us now. We need to plan for the future. We need to make sure that our planning and zoning is set up and we have commercial and retail zoning put in place. So as we continue to grow, we can continue to satisfy their needs.